the government down because of the words of an eccentric, weird gazillionaire who basically instructed him to do that. I think it's a terrible thing.
What do you think Musk's de facto role in the policy?
Well, I think he's president and Trump is now vice president. I think that's clear.
And Trump is proposing abolishing the debt ceiling. I know this is something a lot of Democrats have talked about when it's come up because it's a process that frustrates a lot of you guys. Is that something you think a lot of Democrats would go for?
He can have the Republicans vote. Where I come from, a deal is a deal. Your word is your word. Apparently, Republicans have a very different opinion. I said this yesterday. I said it again today. I mean, I wish Speaker Johnson would throw a fucking spine because this is pathetic. And again, we haven't seen. We don't even know what's happening. I mean, have you seen any text of anything? Or I don't even know what they're going to do.
What do you think the impact is Christmas week if there's a shutdown?
A lot of people are going to be impacted. The TSA agents won't get paid. We know during government shutdowns, people get nervous. They don't want to, go to eat. They don't want to buy anything. They don't want to. You think about all the workers that won't get paid. Elon Musk and Donald Trump don't have to worry about that. They'll be dining on caviar in Mar-a-Lago. They're multi-millionaires, billionaires. They don't know what it's like to go into a supermarket and struggle to buy groceries or pay a heating bill or struggle to pay rent. They live in an alternative universe. So none of this affects them, but it affects people I represent. And I'm pissed that we're in this situation right now. Again, the Republican Speaker of the House helped negotiate this deal and signed off on it. They posted text. The Republican leadership posted text. They were lobbying for it yesterday. We ought to bring it to the floor. It only goes till March. Then the Republicans, will be in charge and they can see they can do whatever they want to do.
The Democrats are fighting back loudly and aggressively against MAGA Republicans tanking their own continuing resolution, which would have stopped a government shutdown. We are on the eve right now of a government shutdown. You saw there Democratic Congress member Jim McGovern, who's the ranking Democrat on the Rules Committee, just saying it like it is. Sometimes you just got to speak plainly to the American people like that. And what went down was that Donald Trump and Elon Musk tanked a bipartisan deal which would have avoided a government shutdown before Christmas. And now we're on the verge of a government shutdown because Elon Musk repeatedly posted on his social media platform memes of himself holding samurai swords, saying kill the bill, saying that the government should be shut down until January 20th, memes that say kill bill, and other posts saying that if you supported the bipartisan deal to keep our government funded and avoid a shutdown, Musk saying that you do not deserve to be elected ever again. This is Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries saying we're not going to bail out MAGA Mike Johnson. Let's watch this right here. Play the clip.
Mr. Leader.
Thank you, sir. If Mike Johnson puts out something that's amiable to Democrats, he may face a revolt in the House Republican conference on the speakership vote on January 3rd. Would Democrats consider voting for him in that vote if he does something amiable to you with the CR?
No. Mr. Leader.
And the leader of the Democratic National Committee, Jamie Harrison, is agreeing with Hakeem Jeffries, saying, hell no, we're not helping MAGA Mike. We're not helping Republicans bail themselves out of this right here. Here's Hakeem Jeffries further in this press conference talking about there was a bipartisan deal. We were going to stop the government shutdown. And then they keep calling Elon Musk now. And this is a great approach from Democrats. Just say it like it is. Donald Trump takes his orders from Elon Musk. It's President Musk and whatever Donald Trump's role is right now. Trump's taking his orders from Musk and then complying. Here, play this clip.
House Democrats, House Republicans, Senate Democrats, and Senate Republicans reached a bipartisan agreement to fund the government, prevent a shutdown, and meet the needs of the American people. We reached a bipartisan agreement that will help farmers, families, the future of working class Americans, children, seniors, veterans, and the men and women in uniform all across the nation and the world. That bipartisan agreement has now been detonated because House Republicans have been ordered to shut down the government and hurt the very working class Americans that many of them pretend to want to help.
More from Democratic Congressmember Jim McGovern, who we've had here on the MeidasTouch network before. I want to get Congressmember McGovern back. Here he is again, just speaking plainly about what went down. And he's saying, look, MAGA Mike Johnson, grow a freaking spine. Here, play this clip.
Workers that won't get paid. I mean, Elon Musk and Donald Trump don't have to worry about that. They'll be dining on caviar in Mar-a-Lago. I mean, they're multi-millionaires, billionaires. They don't know what it's like to go into a supermarket and struggle to buy groceries or pay a heating bill or struggle to pay rent. I mean, they live in an alternative universe. So none of this affects them, but it affects people I represent. And, you know, I'm pissed that we're in this situation right now. Again, the Republican Speaker of the House helped negotiate this deal and signed off on it. They posted text. The Republican leadership posted text. They were lobbying for it yesterday. We got to bring it to the floor. It only goes till March. Then the Republicans, will be in charge, and they can see whatever they can do, whatever they want to do.
Next up, you have Democratic Congresswoman Clark, and here's what she says: that Elon Musk and Donald Trump want to inflict hardship on the lives of workers and Americans playing these ridiculous games on social media, threatening their own Republican members and tanking their own bill to stop a government shutdown. Play this clip.
They come forward.
We are going to be here and stand together as Democrats to make sure the American people get what they need out of this. That is our focus. So yes, fundamentally, this is a difficult time for people. But what's really hard, if you are already struggling to pay your bills, and all of a sudden the aid for your small business that you thought was coming is going to not come because Elon Musk and Donald Trump decided that to inject this chaos and hardship into your life. Those are the people we care about, the military families who won't get paid, the people who are counting on their Social Security benefits arriving on time because that is their lifeline. That is where our focus is, making sure that those Americans come through this unscathed. And that's why we will remain here to get the job done for them.
More from Democratic Congressmember Hakeem Jeffries right here. Let's play this clip.
This reckless Republican-driven shutdown can be avoided if House Republicans will simply do what is right for the American people and stick with the bipartisan agreement that they themselves negotiated.
Here he is again, fighting back. Play the clip.
I mean, what do you make of the role, though, to build off of that Musk is playing here? I mean, who is in charge, do you view, in terms of who you have to negotiate with?
That's a great question. I don't have the answers right now.
Now, here's the reporting on MSNBC that Donald Trump is not concerned about a government shutdown because he says President Biden is still in charge. So Donald Trump says we're going to blame this all on Biden. So we're not worried. Play this clip.
I mean, Garrett, you just spoke with President-elect Trump. What did he tell you?
Well, a couple things. He is somewhat unconcerned about the prospect of a shutdown right now, if it comes to that, suggesting it would be a shutdown on President Biden's watch, not his.
Donald Trump also told ABC News' John Karl. By the way, notice Donald Trump giving access to ABC News now. ABC News settled with Trump for $15 million. Trump gives John Karl from ABC Disney access. Trump tells John Karl that he will shut down the government unless the government eliminates the debt ceiling. So one of the things Trump is doing now is saying, we will not agree to any continuing resolution unless you totally get rid of the debt ceiling. What? So you can run up the debt trillions of dollars for your tax cuts for your billionaires. Remember when Donald Trump and MAGA were holding our government hostage? What was it? 2.5, 3 years ago or so, when they were saying that President Biden can't raise the debt ceiling under no circumstances. Now, Trump wants it abolished so that he can add trillions of dollars in debt. 15, 20, 30. How much debt is Donald Trump going to add in giving handouts to his billionaire buddies at Mar-a-Lago, the private jet crowd? And so now Donald Trump's saying, we won't even agree to a continuing resolution unless you eliminate the debt ceiling. Wasn't your whole purpose to lower the debt? Nothing that they say is true. It's all gaslighting and lies, in my opinion. Here is Congresswoman Deborah Wasserman Schultz. Here's what she has to say, again, calling Elon Musk President Musk. Watch this.
So what is your level of confidence, Congresswoman, right now that lawmakers can avoid a government shutdown?
Well, that is what Donald Trump and President Musk have called for. I mean, they essentially said, you should reject this deal and shut the government down. The government shuts down tomorrow night. We have the ability to avoid that by making sure that the agreement that we came to is passed and signed by President Biden, who is the sitting president now, and President Musk needs to take a step back because we're not going to we're not going to listen to an unelected billionaire who is threatening his my Republican colleagues in the House, who are cowering in the corner because they are afraid of a primary. They all need to go stiffen their spines and come to the table, get this agreement passed so we can take care of seniors, small businesses, farmers, and the people who were devastated by hurricanes. That's what needs to happen.
Here she is again. Let's play this clip.
And what the Republicans are doing here, because they're cowering in the corner because they're afraid of President Musk and Donald Trump, is they are jeopardizing millions of lives, thousands and thousands of small businesses. They're jeopardizing seniors. They're risking not having our military get their paychecks. TSA agents having to work potentially without pay while taking care of the security of our nation. They are the chaos caucus, and this is just a preview of what's ahead of us for the next 4 years.
Here she is again. Let's play this clip.
That would have provided that relief in this package. And what Mike Johnson needs to do is go see the wizard and find some courage to stand up to an unelected billionaire who stands to make even more money when the tax cuts that they are planning next year come through. And that's why they want to increase the debt ceiling, so they can leave themselves more room to take care of billionaires. We need to stay here, pass the bipartisan agreement, and make sure that our farmers, our seniors, our small businesses, and the folks who had their lives devastated by these hurricanes are made whole again.
And by the way, just as an aside, we also learned today that Donald Trump's transition is basically using private email servers over and over again. As this account, Jamel Bowie goes, I recall a time when using a private email server was the single greatest scandal in American history. I guess today it's just Tuesday. Trump's transitioning, all happening over private emails. Federal officials are nervous. Carl Quintanilla posts the following. He's the business reporter at CNBC, and actually he's a good reporter. He goes, there's a lot of rushing, stockpiling, and scrambling going on. The Wall Street Journal headline, Americans are stockpiling to get ahead of tariffs. Another headline, American companies are stocking up to get ahead of Trump-China tariffs. Americans rush to buy cars and appliances before Trump's new tariffs. Seriously? Seriously. As Donald Trump's trying to shut down the government and put us into a economic depression right now. So one of the things you can see Trump trying to do, not only did Donald Trump not allow President Biden to have a smooth transition, by engaging in January 6th and not supporting the transition at all. But now, when President Biden's trying to give Donald Trump a smooth transition, Trump is trying to screw over the transition process so he can just create chaos and blame by ordering the MAGA Republicans to kill their own bill, have the government shut down unless the debt ceiling is utterly abolished, to open up for Donald Trump to to add trillions of debt, further throwing our country into an economic depression. You all see what's going on right here, don't you? But don't get me wrong, you got Elon Musk's army of right-wing MAGA influencers like Cat Turd saying the following: I'm starting to believe Mike Johnson is the Antichrist. Let me show you Democratic Congressman Robert Garcia right here to finish up this segment. Let's play it.
Well, first, welcome to the Elon Musk presidency, one where Donald Trump has been relegated to be the vice president. Clearly, what Elon Musk wants, Elon Musk is going to get. And what we're at right now is complete chaos on the Republican side. We have a government shutdown that is looming, that is real, right before Christmas. And we should be really clear. What we're talking about here is not paying our military members during the holidays, not paying our TSA workers during the holidays, not paying the people that are working on all of our holiday travel, that are out there working for us every single day. So this is an incredibly serious moment. It's one where Speaker Johnson has lost complete control, and clearly where Elon Musk is pulling the strings of what Republicans should be doing. So it's quite chaotic, but Democrats are united. We had a bipartisan deal negotiated, and they've completely gone and turned their backs on it.
There you have it, folks. Thank you for watching. Let's hit subscribe, and let's get to 4 million subscribers. And make sure you watch the interview I did with President Biden. It's on our feed right now. It's a 30-minute interview. We covered areas that no other reporter has before. I think you'll enjoy that interview. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.